Alrighty then, folks. Hello then, and welcome back to some more MS Saga. So in the last episode, we had journeyed across that giant connection between Russia and the underground tunnel, I think it was called, between Russia and America. And we had come to the Unicorn base, and we had got the data for the GM2, I believe. But yeah, we gotta go find our Zeta Gundam. Yep. We can't mourn him. And then this is the dude who killed him. Ironically, he's the only character who doesn't betray us. Oh yeah, spoilers. We probably will be running back and forth, but that's just because we're gonna get to there. And then I'm probably gonna end the episode so I can get some more back boosters. Those things are super good. Like, they're basically better than everything we have right now with stat bonuses. No weapons, though, sadly. There is a weapon shop behind here. We're just not allowed to go there. So, that's like the housing district and everything for them. It's also one of the black markets with the best stuff in the game. That's where you buy hacking tools, basically. But we can't go there till way later in the game. Like, way later. Like, the beginning of part 3 kind of thing. Wow. It also has our Jarja data there, which will go to Tristan way in the future, and it'll be pretty useful. Like, that mobile suit will literally be replaced with his final mobile suit. Yeah, they have an item shop. I don't think they have weapons here, but I could always check. Yeah, no loot, I don't think. No. I think that says Machiavelli or Macallan. I don't know. Let's see, you got some DX repair kits. I might stock up on these as well, depending on how much money I make. So they have some Galgook special data if you really want one, but the Galgook's basically like way outdated now. They have some Nemo data. I usually skip over the Nemo as well, just because the Nemo's not all that great. Marasai and the Rick Diaz. So I think the Rick Diaz is really the only thing we actually want. But because I skipped over the camper, do I want to get a Marasai? Do I want to get a Marasai now or an extra Zaku 3 later? Is the question. Though I will be telling you this now. Literally right after this part, we get into the point of the game where everyone has a Gundam. Like, everyone. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, if it really becomes an issue, I can always cheat in more L caps. I have the code written down on a way old video. Yeah, with all that taken care of, we head south. Does anything ever tell us where it actually is? Or, yeah, no, it's not even marked on our map. So we're going above that random lake that's in the middle of South America. Like, the Amazon completely disappeared, but a random link is there, which is nice. So yeah, we're going, you know, south to South America. We probably just passed the Grand Canyon. I just realized we need to repair somebody. Oh, like 2 somebodies. This is all that's left of the Great Lakes. That's all. Also, the Appalachians moved about 200 miles north. The war was very scary. Damn! Dude did almost as much damage punching us. Hey, you do have heat clear. Awesome. And yes, you can still bit while being overheated. It's really nice. Yeah, you guys remember how overpowered I was before? We got nothing now. Then again, we're actually in an area we shouldn't be going to for another, like, 2 or 3 more missions. But there's something here I want to get to. Oh, and we got a gun cannon R. It's not a gun cannon Kai, which would have been useful. Just a gun cannon. And I also need a healing med. Yeah, poor Florida. Look what they did to it. It's all shriveled up. And Havana has moved much closer to Florida than it was before. Or Cuba, anyway. But this is where we wanted to go. Remember every single time we've approached a city and we haven't announced ourselves and how much issues we've had? Yeah, fuck it. This is Diggins Rock. It's an actual underground G system that survived the war. Now they're living in it. We can't use this to produce mobile suits, but it does have a pretty good G system. But I just love the music in here. Oh, it's a Mega G system. It's slightly different. You find out later that this place can produce a spaceship, which it can't produce mobile suits, but a spaceship's a-okay. Yeah, this is the inn. I thought this was the item guy. I think upstairs is the item guy. It's called an escalator, Bazooly. You find out later this guy has been here a couple of times, so I mean, it is what it is. Will we run all the way to the end in this one, or is it the next one? Nah, it's the next one. Yeah, so at least in my headcanon, Ashton was one of the few people to find like a data store that was hidden in this G system. Like, 40 odd years ago or something. And they used the G system, or they had like a bunch of people move in and start living in this G system. And they're trying to rebuild a utopia, and they're kind of communist-y. Because they think that's how the old world was actually run when it really wasn't. But then again, with the G system, a communist society actually makes sense, because you're basically making something from nothing. Yeah. Gundam Shield Mark IIs. Mega Cannon. This is the cannon from both the Hama Hama and the Bow. Or actually, the Hama Hama is slightly different. Who else had the Mega Particle Cannon? One of the Axis Zeon mobile suits had one, but I just can't remember who it is. We'll be getting a couple of those. Double beam guns, Gatling cannons, nobody can equip yet, my bad. Enhanced machine guns. This is the MMP-80 from the Zaku Kai. Giant bazooka Kai, this is just an improved giant bazooka. Beam cannon. That is the beam bazooka from the Dwattage reform from Double Zeta. That actually uses a ship's reactor as well. Beam rifle 2 for the Gundam Mark II, the Beam Saber 2, High Heat Hawk, and the Heat Naginata. We're gonna buy one of these for Tristan, but we didn't come here for that, and we don't have very much money to waste on stuff. Though we probably should. Hey, you know what? What's better, the beam rifle or... The beam rifle is 150. The giant bazooka Kai is 168. That's just the original giant bazooka Kai. We'll replace a lot of stuff later, but for now, that is what it is. Oh, there is a weapon shop here. And we break into it, of course. I never noticed there's a weapon shop sign there, though. Mind barrier. We totally need one of those. And an attack upgrade kit. Totally making burglary worth it. Of course, you know, that's what the lockpick's for. What do you got in here? See, this is why I thought I could do this with the last one. It just kind of works, which makes sense that it didn't in the other one, but it is what it is. You can get a perfect guard if you want. I think these only take one spot, that's why they're so good. Oh, we can get a double booster here too, so it actually doesn't matter that we used up the other one. That defender unit. This is the Bao backpack that we saw at Tohai. It's almost as good, but not. Oh, this is recovery increased by 20%, so if they heal 150, they would heal 175. I thought this said repaired by 20% each turn. I was like, god damn, we need that. Yeah, we already have all that stuff, so we can kind of ignore it. Might pick up some perfect guards if I really feel like grinding. Especially later when we get the Gao, because you can find GM cannons super easy in Ceylon. Which, again, I'm surprised people have so much problems finding those. Like, I can never do it on camera, but I find them all the time when I'm not on camera. Though I think I did find one earlier, didn't I? Like, I was just like, oh, they're over here, and then I found it. Or was that from another recording? It might have been another recording. I get them mixed up sometimes. To be fair, that guy was probably the greatest scientist known to man. Alright, we gotta go hit on this chick. Who the fuck is she? Hey, Aeon. I'm gonna go hit on this other chick over there. Just kind of ignore me. I know what we did last night, but it's not important. Yay, story sex. I'm actually surprised there's nothing up here. I really thought there was. I thought that was a boy, not Lyra. Never mind, we're not gonna go hit on her. She looks too much like Tristan. She just told me to go talk to him, too. Don't worry, he'll open up eventually. You think we're going to that lost... No. Think we're going to that dungeon next? Because we definitely are. Sadly. Hey, we broke into yet another place. I'm guessing these are just the supply rooms. ECAP S, that'll be useful. Though it's only a single. Bow data! Yeah, so the bow is the more... And hacking tool, that's actually kind of good. So the bow is actually an interesting suit in this game because there's no central place to get it. You have to collect the data from like all over the world. And it actually takes a little bit, but I believe next mission... Yeah, this is basically the same shop as in the Unicorn base. We can ignore it for the most part. I believe once we get the Gao, I'm actually going to go collect all the pieces to get the bow. And that'll be about it. Oh, and by the way, bow is one of the few mobile suits I actually do pronounce correctly. It's named after a Korean instrument that's basically kind of like a sitting guitar. It's a little bit weird. Though I do suggest you look up somebody playing it because it looks badass as fuck. But yeah, it's pronounced bow. Though, oh damn, that was 3 hacking tools. Holy crap. Even I used to call it the bow woo though. Yeah, we can't go that way because it's blocked by cables. Alright, that was fun, right? We got a bunch of loot, some new weapons, some new items. And yeah, we equipped Bazooka with the new bazooka. And yes, I am being the most lazy person in the world right now. So yeah, we're just gonna go run down Mexico. You know, we're passing Baja. I believe we are in Oaxaca right now. Or actually, Oaxaca is somewhere around this mountain range. But yeah, we just passed Veracruz and Mexico City, and I believe we just crossed into San Salvador. Up here is Guatemala, or actually, I think that's a Yucatan. Yeah, that's actually the Yucatan. We're crossing into Guatemala right now. And then we're about to cross Panama. And now we're in Colombia. So... I think it's above the mountain. I could be wrong. It's not really marked on our map, so we just kind of have to find it. Okay, it is. There's something below the mountain that you have to fly to get to. But it doesn't look like it should, and it literally just looks like another mountain. We'll be going there a lot later because I hate that place, but it exists. But there's this here G system. We're gonna have to fight tooth and nail to get in there. I mean, it looks like a cave. Let's go to the core. Alright, but we're actually going to be stopping here, folks, because I want to do some grinding beforehand. Oh, hey, a large type wing. I want to do some grinding beforehand, get us some more ECAPs, go buy some more stuff from the Unicorn base and some stuff from Diggins Rock now that we've unlocked it. Once we run down this corridor, we get to the G system proper, and then the events actually happened. I was going to make a joke about it being empty, but it's not that big anyway. But you can, I believe you fight Asimers in here? Or at least before even the event happens, you can fight Asimers in here. And I believe they drop a ton of ECAPs. They also drop a beam cannon, which is pretty good if you can't afford the the Bazooka Kai. Heavy Bazooka Kai? I think that's what it was called. Yeah. So if you can't afford that, this is actually some pretty good training. And if you're cheap like me and, you know, want to sell those, they can be worth a lot of money. I believe they're worth like 5,000 a piece or something ridiculous like that. But anyway, folks, if you enjoyed the episode, you should like. If you didn't, you should dislike. We'll be back next week. Much more powerful, probably a level or two higher, with more. Good night, folks.